Right now at 6 o'clock, a deadly fire at a high-rise condo building in Fort Lauderdale. Firefighters telling us tonight that a sprinkler system could have prevented the tragedy. Good evening, I'm Elliot Rodriguez.
And I'm Lauren Pastrana. The Ocean Summit condominium on Ocean Drive is hardly the only building in that area without a sprinkler system installed. CBS 4's Joel Waldman joins us live from the scene to explain why and how some of these high-rise buildings are still going around unprotected. Hard to believe, Joel.
It really is, Elliot and Lauren. When we found out that there was no sprinkler system here, we called the state fire marshal's office. He told us it was up to local municipalities, which in fact it is, to install fire sprinklers. But then we found out that the deadline to install these sprinklers has been delayed more than 20 years. A still unidentified 90-year-old man living on the 9th floor of this beautiful oceanfront condo met an ugly end as a fire raced through his Fort Lauderdale apartment overnight.
As I came out the elevator on the 9th floor, I could smell smoke and I could see black residue on the door. 9
decades worth of life cut short, but it didn't need to end so abruptly, admits Fort Lauderdale Fire Marshal Jeff Lucas.
Sprinklers in the unit may have caused less fire. They would have activated in 10 to 20 seconds, put the water on the fire, put the fire out before we even got the call.
You heard the fire marshal right. This condo had no sprinkler system inside, and it's far from the only one out of roughly 150 high-rises in Fort Lauderdale.
We have 71 buildings that aren't sprinklered.
Roughly half the city's buildings do not have sprinkler systems, despite the state switching over to what's known as Florida Fire Prevention Code, or One Fire Code for All, back in 2000.
For 22 years, legislature has allowed these buildings to stay unsprinkled due to legislation, existing building status.
The fire marshal explaining that for more than 2 decades, for one reason or another, a lot politically motivated, the deadline for sprinkler system installation statewide has consistently been pushed further and further back. The latest deadline still about 2 years away.
On January 1st, 2024, we're going to require you to put it in. Now, is it going to get it put in by January 20, by the 2nd or the 3rd? No. Is the building going to be declared unsafe? No.
Now, of those 71 unsprinklered buildings, the fire marshal tells us roughly 30 of them are exempt because they have outdoor balconies. Another issue, of course, is money. Costs about $150,000 minimum to put in a sprinkler system in a building like the one behind me. Reporting live in Fort Lauderdale, Joel Waldman, CBS 4 News.